Liberal Democrats Sir Ed Davey has indicated he is ready to work with Labour to keep the Tories out of government. The leader of the anti-Brexit party said he wanted to put their ideas together to kick Boris Johnson out of office. His admission he is ready to work with Sir Keir Starmer comes amid repeated claims of an electoral pact between the two parties. Labour has been accused of barely campaigning in the Tiverton and Honiton by-election due to take place next month in order to give the Lib Dems a clear run at ousting the Conservatives. Meanwhile, Sir Ed's party are claimed to be putting in minimal effort for the Wakefield by-election in the north of England taking place on the same day. Sir Ed has denied any suggestion a formal agreement has been reached with Labour but has signalled his willingness to work with the official opposition in the future. There's no discussions. It's all about rational behaviour, he told Politics Home as he justified the party's by-election campaign strategy. We tend to put our resources where we think we've got the best chance of winning. Indicating his desire to work with Sir Keir if there is no majority after the next general election, he said a hung parliament means you can exercise influence in many, many ways. He added, "The key thing for me is making sure that we have the numbers to be able to influence that, so we can move away from this frankly indecent government that's got no moral authority, that's got no plan for our country, and replace it with a parliament where, it may be different parties put their ideas together, we work for the national interest rather than from an interest which seems to be how do we keep Boris Johnson inside number 10. It leaves open the possibility for the Lib Dems to push a future Labour government to start the process of rejoining the EU's single market as a condition of support in key House of Commons votes. Earlier this year the party set out a roadmap to once again being in the orbit of the bloc. It set out a four-stage plan to take Britain back into the single market. The plan was backed by Lib Dem members and is official party policy. The party's Layla Moran said at the time, "For too long, our ties with Europe have been defined by petty squabbling and the government's overly ideological approach. British people and small businesses who are tangled in red tape are paying the price and they deserve better." It's time for a different approach. The Conservatives' dogmatic approach has damaged our standing on the world stage, our relationships with our closest neighbours, and our economy. The Conservatives are simply incapable of making the choices that will improve people's lives. Liberal Democrats want a way forward which works for Britain, that cuts down red tape, reduces costs for businesses and makes people better off as a result. She claimed fine-tuning and tinkering on the edges of our trading relationship with Europe would not ease current trade frictions and only rejoining the single market would provide the stability which will boost the British economy. Labour has said it has no intention to enter a coalition with any party if it wins the next general election.